My name's Ed Wright. I've been with the Forest Service for 3 years now. I'm currently the Assistant District Ranger for Recreation and Wilderness on the Androscoggin Ranger District of the White Mountain National Forest. Before that, I was backcountry park ranger for 3 years with the National Park Service. And before that, I did 6 years active duty in the Army with the 1st Special Forces Group out of Fort Lewis, Washington. If you're in 120 days of your termination date from the Army, the Navy or the Marine Corps, or the Air Force, of course, you can do an internship with a corporation or an agency that is authorized by that garrison. The curriculum that we designed was a month with recreation, both dispersed and developed, 2 weeks with forestry, 2 weeks with biology, a week with forest engineering, and ride-alongs with Forest Service law enforcement, as well as some time with state conservation agencies like New Hampshire Fish and Game and the Maine Warden Service. So essentially, we are providing a space for an internship in the Forest Service. It's not a conservation corps necessarily. That's the name that stuck, but it is an internship fully backed by the Department of Defense, provided by the U.S. Forest Service. People always come up to me and say, "This is your office." Something as small as that reminds me that, even on a day when you might be doing paperwork for 8 hours, this is where you work. And at any time of the day, you can go out and patrol a trail, or you can go out and see a timber sale. You can go out and do fish shocking, in a brook and see these gorgeous 9-inch brook trout native to the area. If you spend your time, your free time, outdoors, hunting, fishing, hiking, skiing, this internship might be exactly what your life might look like after the Army or the Navy or the Marine Corps or the Air Force.
Veterans Conservation Corps program is an outstanding program for any veteran that is looking to get into the U.S. Forest Service. One of the issues that I've had that I was concerned about and stressed me out upon my separation from the U.S. Army was what am I going to do after the service? I knew I wanted to go into the U.S. Forest Service, but there was no true path or anything like that. Let alone I was scared about learning a new work environment and a new leadership structure. The great thing that I've learned here on the VCC crew or the VCC program is that the U.S. Forestry Service actually operates similar to that of the U.S. Army. So the transition of going to an Army structure to the U.S. Forestry Service is going to be an easy transition versus a hard transition trying to adapt to a different way of life or work environment. If you come out and you don't know what you want to do on the Forest Service or with the Forest Service, you will be able to experience each part of the Forest Service and get an idea of whether that's what you like or if that's not what you like. And the program is flexible, so if you do find something that you fall in love with, they're willing to forego other experiences and focus on you and training you in that specific career field within the Forest Service. You're going to get interview skills. They're about you. They want to make sure you're successful and that you find a career in the Forest Service. You're going to get resume writing, interviewing skills that are unique to the U.S. Forest Service. I'm telling you, without the Veterans Conservation Corps, I would still be stressing out about what I'm going to do in my future and the future of my family. But because of this Veterans Conservation Corps, it actually has given me hope and given me a pathway for my family and myself to get into the career with the Forest Service upon my separation from the U.S. Army.
We think that your presence on our district will expose our employees who have not served to that sacrifice that you've made. And they say, 1% of the population has fought in this last 15 years of war. So you bring that experience to these folks and, bring it to their doorstep as people who have been there. And we think that the things that you have experienced, you know, leadership in combat, leadership in garrison, that the discipline and responsibility that is required of soldiers, sailors, and Marines, you bring that to our agency, you know, at a level that maybe people have not seen yet. So we hope that exposure to what you gained in the military, you know, will provide something to our employees as well.